two teams that are basically outside of the playoff hunt, but still potentially in it. We got the Saints and the Browns, both of them sitting pretty 1-5-9, 1-6-8. Deshaun Watson still shaking off this rust we've talked about the last couple of weeks. Saints got a good win last week against the Falcons. I don't know who would have picked the Falcons to win that game. That's just foolish. So we have two pretty good defenses. Browns are favorited at 2.5 at home. I think in this game, the key point in this game is Nick Chubb. Can Nick Chubb get going? And honestly, it's that Cleveland Browns defensive line, because they got Myles Garrett on that side. The offensive line for the Saints this year has been somewhat anemic to points. So I think with the Saints' weapons being banged up, they still have the Denzel Wards of the world who can contain the receivers, the Chris Olaves of the world. I think the Browns in this game is who we should really take an eye on. Potentially a game where Deshaun, we saw last game, started to piece things together a little bit. I think this game we see a little bit more, not necessarily to the Deshaun Watson that we've seen in years past, but maybe about 85% Deshaun Watson. Give me the Browns in this game. They're going to own the ball, run the ball heavily. Deshaun Watson making some more throws. Over-under in this game is 32, which is probably the lowest I've ever seen. Give me the over in this game, but I like the Browns winning this game. I have them winning. I'm going to say 24-17.
Yeah, this is a game where just pick the home team, honestly. Like, if it was in New Orleans, I'd be like, yeah, the Saints are going to win. And since it's in Cleveland in the cold, this is going to be a Myles Garrett game. They also have Denzel Ward, who, by the way, is the number one rated corner by Pro Football Focus this year. So you have the number one corner going up against Andy freaking Dalton. The Browns know a thing or two about him. And then Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't feel like Cleveland's going to have a problem. They still have an outside shot of making the playoffs, so I think this is a very important game for them. Like you said, Deshaun Watson's getting better and better and better each week. He's not elite yet, but all he needs to do is start to get on the same page as his receivers, and I feel like they have enough firepower to neutralize how good New Orleans offense is, and they were still struggling with Atlanta. I mean, that was a 21-18 game, and I feel like Cleveland, much better coaching, much better offensive line. Running backs.
Better defense, too.
Better defense. This is a Myles Garrett game where Andy Dalton, I could see him having 2 fumbles and 3 picks.
Yeah, I can see the same.